What's good? What's poppin'? It's your girl, Shady Cartier, and of course, Mobius. Welcome to the Unknown Unknowns podcast.
Talk about celebrating Thanksgiving. Let's talk about some real shit. Let's talk about what the real motherfuckers who created this shit, what they really out here celebrating. And when you click on it, you already know the photo that they show you is the same lie that's been curated in my mind in the history of what this shit really truly represents. It's some Indian people sitting on the fucking floor because they don't know about tables and chairs. And it's white people being real fucking friendly and nice and saying, what you need? And it's even excuse me, Lord help me. It's even some white lady in the background holding the Indian lady like, oh, you need some help? Come on, there's some food over here, baby. Let's be cool, baby. And then was the European niggas in the background plotting. They plotting on the whole thing. Like, I can't, y'all. Calm down. Let's bring it down.
To be frank, or I guess to be clear, there's because there's so many different versions of Turkey Day around the world. You know, this is the American version that we're talking about specifically, and that America's a big country, and so what happened to Chris's squad, and then like everywhere else who might have had settlers come in and do very similar things. We're talking about the almost uniformed standard version of everybody's teachings of Turkey Day, which is some European dudes came over and was like, "Sup, here's some food. Here's civilization and technology and cheers."
Right.
This is what we're talking about.
Oh, like we slow, we couldn't have figured it out. Anyway, setting people straight about Thanksgiving myths has become as much part of the annual holiday as turkey, cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie. But should historians bother? Does anybody really want to know what the real first Turkey Day means? It was a pretext for bloodshed, enslavement, and displacement that would follow in later decades. To ask whether this is true is to ask the wrong question. It's true to its purposes, and that's all it needs to be. For these holidays say much less about who we really were in some specific than about who we want to be in an ever-changing now. Yeah, that's true. We have to define that with our actions, though. And so I think the best way to define that is by arming yourself with the knowledge. If we're going to say, oh, I don't celebrate that, then really don't celebrate it. And if you're going to say, it means this to me, well, then truly represent that. But you can't recycle something without truly knowing and understanding where it came from and what's the purpose of it in the first place. And so I really appreciate that insight. It's really sick and it's really crazy. You know, I can't. This little part right here says, several websites claim that Indians had 6 Thanksgivings every year. At least one says that every day, every act, every thought was carried out with Thanksgiving by pre-contact Indians. And so that's actually a conversation that I had. I met a guy who heavily celebrates his Native American side, like way deep in Virginia somewhere. And that's one thing that they definitely truly believed in. They believed in giving thanks and giving back for everything that they've taken. So, you know, the ability to walk on the ground, thank the earth for having you, being able to take fruit from a tree, thanking the tree, you know, taking flowers out of a field, just any of those things. When they kill an animal, they give thanks, you know, and they promise not to use and abuse which they've been given.
Right.
And by being excessive, by murdering animals just to sell clothes.
By being American.
you know, things like that. And so it's very important to them. And I feel like that's the type of shit that we pay no attention to.
No.